Hello, my name is Brian Sledge and welcome to Snatched Shop Talk. I'm here talking with Gretchen. She is the owner of Hammer Stain in Upper Montclair, New Jersey. Thank you for being on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Well, I do want to get right into it. What was your well, first of all, what kind of business is Hammer Stain?
Hammer Stain is a DIY workshop where individuals and groups can come to create specific projects either for their home, their office, their organization, their sports team. It is a way for people to come together in community and build things that they will actually use in their home or office, or to for sports teams. They can do yard signs, so there's a lot of different opportunities.
Okay. And what was your passion for starting a DIY workshop?
I've always been in the design and the helping industry. For many years I worked in higher education, and it could tend to be a little stressful from time to time, and I always seemed to revert back to doing some creative outlet and felt that I was probably not alone in that. And a lot of people do find that creating pieces, whether it be a gift for someone else or a gift to themselves for their own home, there's a certain satisfaction and gratification that you get from making something with your own hands.
Okay, so a lot of what goes into the projects comes from the individual creating it.
Yes.
Okay.
So when an individual comes into the shop, they will decide on a project that they want to create. And these, for instance, are door tags. And they would decide by booking their project online what they would like them to say. Would you like to say, "Welcome to the Sledge House"? Do you want it to say, "Merry Christmas"? Do you want it to say, "Happy Fall"? You would be the designer, quote unquote, in that, in picking out what you wanted to say. And then when you got here, you don't have to worry. I use all the power tools and cut out the blanks for you. But you would then pick your custom colors, decide whether or not you wanted to stain your door tags or if you wanted to paint them. I also teach a variety of different paint techniques, so if you wanted to have a rustic look, we can teach you how to do a rustic look.
Okay. Now, I heard you mention tools, so a person coming in does not have to have a knowledge of working power tools.
No. We are actually, the majority of the tools that my clients will use are maybe an electric sander, a blow dryer to aid in the drying process, and a screwdriver or electric screwdriver. So,
okay, so it's minimal.
Not intimidating.
Okay, all right. And what types of? I know you mentioned that it's people do stuff for home and office and for schools and such. What types of projects have you done thus far?
We've done a variety of different projects. We have done coaches' gifts. I had a gentleman come in and made a tennis ball plaque for his tennis coach. We have things set up for the fall where other sports organizations are coming in, rec teams that are doing fundraisers through Hammer Stain, and they'll create whatever sport they're playing. We'll create a wood piece that their parents would have for the child at the home. Okay, so it can be a team building or a fundraiser event.
That's excellent.
We also have a lot of different groups that come in. Just last week we had the Montclair Wine Club came in and had a great time. We are a BYOB in the evening for adults over 18, over 21.
After what time?
Usually it depends. It can be, it depends on whether or not they're booking the entire workshop where you're taking over the entire studio for a set period of time, or if you're coming in for a date night. I have couples that come in the evening after 6 for a date night.
Oh, that's actually nice.
So it's nice, you can get a babysitter and come down with your significant other and have a date night.
That's really great. And I also, you mentioned you mentioned some custom items. Mm-hmm. Now, can anyone do custom items? Well, I should say, I know I've seen on your website that there are a number of pieces that people can choose. They can choose maybe a round table, or a plaque, or a Lazy Susie, or a tray, or a wall hanging. Now, is there any items that maybe someone, if they say, well, I have an idea of something, but I didn't really see it on the website, can we make this?
Yes. I work on an individual basis with all of my clients. For instance, I had a woman who was watching TLC, and she saw on Trading Spaces that they had created a hanging floating wall shelf. She came in, described it to me, we sketched it out, I built it for her, and she came in and did all of the finishing touches, and now it's the proud home of her owl collection. We have, behind me, we have a custom guest book for a tree guest book for a wedding. We do custom wedding packages. If a client has an idea that they have in their head, feel free to come in and sit down and let's talk and see what we can create for you.
Okay, now let's say I'm coming in and I love the pieces, but I really am not interested in kind of doing it myself.
I have quite a few clients who like the idea of having it customized with their family name, but don't have any desire to paint it themselves. You can come and just order a piece and have it custom made. I also had a client who was making it for a wedding gift for the new couple. And they wanted it to be very professional, and they were nervous about doing it themselves. So I created the piece and painted it out for them, and they just picked it up.
Oh, okay. Now, I noticed you have a number of pieces on the wall. Some are, I would say, more personalized, because I see a few that may have a name on it. But I see some that are general. You know, there's some items for dad, mom, I love puppies, and so many other things. Now, can someone come in if let's say someone came in and saw this and they would love to have that, could they just buy that item?
Yes.
Okay, so it's not just do it yourself. If they see something that they actually can just come in and buy.
They can purchase off the wall.
So you are a retail
establishment as well. They can also say to me, okay, Gretchen, I love this piece, but I want at the top the Sledge family.
Okay, so you can then go back and kind of customize what's already set up. Okay, I like that idea. I might take you up on that. All right. What? Now, I also heard you mention some different things. So all these projects here are not just for home. You mentioned business. You mentioned seasonal pieces. You mentioned, let's say I have an office, okay, and I want to decorate it, or I want to do something like I want to bring my team in as a team building project. What would go into that?
What you would do is just give me a call. Let me know what items your team members feel express their personality, okay? To make their cubicle not seem like it's anyone's cubicle, but it's actually Brian's cubicle. They can come in and do a piece that would reflect that. I also have teachers who come in to do decorating their classroom. So I have a number of different interchangeable pieces where you can change out some of the pieces on, say it says Miss Allie's classroom. The interchangeable piece could be a candy corn for Halloween time. It may change to a turkey for Thanksgiving. It may change to a snowflake for the winter.
So the overall piece stays the same, it's just one element that
Swaps
you can change
out.
according to season. Okay.
We have interchangeable ones.
That's awesome. What now I've known from other DIY places. Yours is kind of unique as far as your hours.
Yes, we are in the studio from 10 to 6, Monday through Saturday. And then we are open 7 to 11 for private table reservations. So if you and your friends want to come over after work, all you do is give me a call. I book a table reservation and we are ready for you with all of your wood pieces ready and your stencils ready, so that when you come in, all you have to do is open your wine and get your appetizers out.
Okay, so you said from 10 to 6.
I'm here.
You're here, so that means you can, if somebody said just happened to pass by your store and, oh, this is really nice, and they ran in and just wanted to do something right then and there.
Yep.
So you
We
do
can
have
custom. We can do
walk-ins.
custom pieces. We also have the opportunity. Many of my clients will walk past on their way to Cold Stone with their children and tell me what they want to come back and make. They go get their ice cream, and while they're getting their ice cream, I will create their custom stencils.
Okay, well, let me ask you this then. Since you brought up children, do you have workshops specifically for children, or is there is there an age range?
We have projects that will fill every gap. My youngest client to date has been a 2.5-year-old working with their parent, but it was a great mommy and me day. All the way up to, I have someone who brought in their mom to do, who was well into her 90s, although she would kill me if I said that. But her and her daughter spent a nice afternoon together making a sign for her kitchen.
Okay. Personal question, do you get many guys coming in?
We do. We get a lot of date nights, couples that come in. We do have a couple of gentlemen who came in as a surprise for their wife or their significant other because they had just purchased a new home. One had just renovated the front of their home, so they made a address sign for the front of their home, but they did it as a surprise.
Okay. Well, I like
We
the
also
idea.
do cornhole and some drinking game things that are more male oriented.
Oh, okay. So you can actually make your own personalized cornhole game.
Mm-hmm.
That's really good. That's really good. I've only played the game once. I wasn't too good at it, but
Practice makes perfect.
But it was nice. But it was nice. I like the fact that you're open throughout the day and it's not just on a project basis.
Yes.
All right. Oh, clients are calling. Do you
Yes.
need to get that?
That's okay. I'll grab it.
All right. Well, we're going to be wrapping this up, but I did want to know. So, typical way to get a project done. What's the best way? Should they call you? Should they go to the internet first?
You can look on the internet and we have a project gallery. That'll give you an idea of what is standardly available throughout any of our Hammer and Stains. If you're interested in doing a custom piece, what I always tell everybody, our email address is on there. Feel free to email me your picture and then pick up the phone and give me a call. We can talk you through any project that you're looking to do.
All right. Well, Gretchen, again, I want to thank you very much for your time and coming on to the show and talking about Hammer Upper Montclair. Once again, my name is Brian Sledge. Hammer Stain Upper Montclair. Go to what is your website address?
Website is hammerandstain.uppermontclair.com.
hammerandstain.uppermontclair, or just all one word?
All one word.
hammerandstain.uppermontclair.com.
Yep.
All right. Well, thank you again for joining us here on Shop Talk, and we hope to see you again soon.
Thank you.